Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and here we are. We finally made it to Farming Simulator 22. So welcome, everybody, to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 22. Dun, dun, dun. I don't have to say Farming Simulator 19 anymore unless I'm doing a 19 video. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie, but I come on here and we're going to give some sort of a little tour. We're going to give our first grade, our first analysis. I've had the game myself for about 24 hours, but I've been playing a lot with the button configurations and getting everything set up the way I had it in 19, because Fury's old and I don't want to have to keep changing buttons. So that's what's going to happen. So my apologies. As you guys already know, you've probably watched 100,000 videos from other people, and that's exciting too, because I did it too. I spent all my birthday today playing it and monkeying around with it and oohs and ahs and everything. So here we are, everyone. This is on. There's three ways to start, just like in Farming Simulator 19. There's the easy mode, easy farmer mode, as usual, and you get all the equipment, you get everything. Then there's the farm manager, where you start with the 1.25 million, and you don't start with any fields or any equipment. And we all know, hey, there's deer on the fields. Check that out. That's awesome. As you can see, I've been monkeying around. I did a little bit of stuff. I proved that there was rocks that came out. When you plow or cultivate, rocks come up, and you got to collect them. We talked about that in my Farming Simulator Meadow Grow Farm Extended video, where the rocks are super realistic. The one thing that they added, which I think is the most important thing, is the gear shift mod that they put in, and it came with it. This game came with several mods that we normally, for us farm sim enthusiasts, and most of you who watch my videos are, they're usually mods, but they came included in the game, and one of them is seasons. If you see up in the corner, you can adjust your season according to, let's see, where's my setting? There's my, I just like the blue layout, the blue and the gray layout. It's so much better. There's my work. You can see how much I've played, monkeying around, about 25 minutes total. There's my settings. You can see that I'm playing in real time. If you scroll down here, get my mouse out. Days per month, you can go all the way up to 28 days per month. So instead of 24-day seasons, now you've got 28 days. So each season in Farming Simulator 22 lasts for 30 days. So this is as close to super realistic that you're going to have. If you want to play on a fixed visual month, like say you like the month of, say, June, and you like the look of the map, you can play on it, and every day will look like that day. You can turn your snow on, you can turn crop destruction on, periodic plowing, just like you can on the other one. Now, I haven't changed any of these. As you see, they're all default. Vehicle control, this is the same as 19. This is right down here, was in the main screen when you did it before. This is all the same. They just put it underneath this thing here. Then you can come down to your settings. The only thing I did is change the units of money to American, because it was European. And instead of hectares, I want acres, because we go by acres here, not hectares. But you can set it up either way. And then the only thing I changed was my camera sensitivity. Everything else is default here for me. This is your button configuration. You can, once again, the same as 19, you can do it in game. You can come in here, and if you've got, as you can see, I've got two different game pads hooked up. I got my steering wheel, which is my Thrustmaster. I don't know why it says B677, because it's not. It's a 150 Thrustmaster, but it also, I have the shifter. I also have my controller, which is the gamepad. That's what the gamepad is. Then I have that, and I also have a shifter. I spent pretty much the entire day trying to get my gear shifter to use with the gear mods, and reverse is giving me a hassle. Like, I can get it to go in reverse, but I can't get it to come back out and go back into first, because it has to shift into neutral. It's my truck sim shifter. The analog, or not analytic, whatever it's called. I don't even remember the name of it. But anyways, here's the map, everyone. I mean, it's just, let's go up to the map, up here, zoom out, It is quite extensive. I took some time, a little bit of time, and I drove around quite a bit of the roads. This here where my little cursor is a major highway. Now, these darkened areas, obviously, you can't play in because that's why my cursor can't go. But I just wanted to tell you guys that just because this map kind of looks small, it is massive. Like when you drive on these fields right here, you can combine all of them and make one ginormous field. So I was monkeying around earlier, like I said, and was counting like this right here could be one farm. You can place your animals. You have this whole area to place animals or a house, and you could kind of swing over and give them across the street. And then this could be a second farm. This could be a third farm. This could be fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh for you little farmers, for you little field farmers. There was one more in the middle. I think these two fields here would be like, it could be a farm, but just these two fields. So technically, and then you could give them this area here. So technically there could be 8 farms on here running at once. The other thing I did notice, here's your weather, 23 degrees. Oh, I have to change it to Fahrenheit. It says Celsius, which it's not, which it may be. I don't know what 23 degrees Celsius is. I'm Fahrenheit. It gives you, I like how it's big screen. So it tells you, and okay, so if we were to play 3-day seasons, okay, realistically September, okay, if you played one day, it would represent 1 month. So you would play, if you played real time for 24 hours, you'd be like, boom, 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 boom. And you would just go, 1 day would equal 1 month. So then you can get into it. You can get into it. There are certain times, as you see, December snows, usually February snows, March snows. But us playing 28-day seasons, when we get ready to do our Let's Play, it's going to take me 28 full days to get through the month of September, or we start in August. So to get through the whole month of August, it will take us 28 full days, and then 28 days to get through September, and then 28 days. So you're talking 196 days to get through each season. We're going to play, I think I'm going to play at 2x speed. So when I come on for a half an hour to play my videos, it'll be an hour. I'm also going to do quite a bit off camera. But remember, I also spent most of my birthday today. It's so funny. My wife was so mad at me. I spent the majority of the day on the computer, either monkeying with Farm Sim or getting all of my DLCs straightened around from Truck Sim. Because like I told you guys 100 times, I own all the DLCs for Truck Sim. I had them in my Steam library because I changed computers. And so I spent the day getting those re-downloaded to this new computer and getting them set up. I have the Coast to Coast mod. I have the Canada mod, the Pro mods, whatever it's called there for Canada. I also have Alaska, and I also have Hawaii, which is a standalone map. And so I'm going to be doing some Truck Sim videos as well. A realistic economy Truck Sim with different various tractors and things like that. But this isn't Truck Sim. This is Farm Sim. So let's talk that. I told you guys one of my biggest gripes. I think it was like 3 or 4 videos ago on my Meadow Grove farm. The scale. Now, if you look, you see how I'm now. Before, like in 19, I was taller than the tractor. Now look at the size of this tractor. It's a 7800 series. It's a 7 series, but look at the size. This is about right scale, so we're good with that. But this makes you feel massive. Makes the tractor feel massive. So let's get in here and see what the interior turn signals work. Oh, and the other good news is my sim dashboard, it ported over. Here's the clock, in-game clock, see, 909. So if we turn the HUD off, I don't even know. There's got to be a way to turn it off. Like we play in Meadow Grove and we just play. But what I like is, if you look, you got to shift into a gear. So if you look, like, see? Now to go 3 miles an hour to seed, you're going to go probably 4th gear. And then you can change into 4th high, 4th medium, 4th low. It's great. Here's our water thing. What this is This little download looks like a chip thing here. This charges you money to get it out of here. If we go into our map, and there should be a water source somewhere on the map. Yep, right here, the pond. You can get it for free from there and take it back just like you could in 19. If you want the convenience of buying it on your farm, it's going to cost you money. Now, if you go down one, you start at the top of the map. If you go down one, this locates all of your vehicles. See them? They're all in white now. You can click it with your mouse or your controller. If you're on PS4, PS5, or Xbox One, you're going to move your cursor over like this, and then you're going to highlight it, and you're going to hit X, and you can see which tractor it is, and then it says down at the bottom you can get into it. You can also create jobs for your, let's see what this is. Create job, go to target position. Let's have him go like here. Okay? And then go to. And then start job. Now watch this. Now let's tab over to that one. And we'll watch him. Where's our Massey? Okay, right? Now we'll go back to that. We'll click on him. And we're going to create job. And we're going to go to right here just to watch him work. And then click on it this way again. Start job. See how he's driving? There he goes. Look at that. He's going to go to where I tell him to go now. Well, he's not going to go with this in the way. Watch this. I got to move this out of the way. Does he want to? There you go. Use the road, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. See? And then he'll turn around the way I faced him or her. She'll go up here, and where I put her, it charges you money to do this, so be careful with it. But instead of having the follow me mod on, if you want a bunch of equipment up there, you send your tractors home with workers. See? And then he faces the way I put him. Now, if you go back in there again and you send him, boom, you create job again, go to, and we're going to put him, let's put him right, or her. You click on this again, then you click on this. Then it's going to want you to face them a certain way. So if you face them here, or actually let's put them, you can just click it again, click on it right in front of the barn, and then that's the way he wants to face. Start his job. Now watch. He'll come down the road, or she will. They might go the easiest way, but I doubt it. There you go. They should come down that little road by 45 there. And then he or she, I don't know who's driving it, should end up right at the barn. Now it's a guy. That is one of the most ingenious things that they ever did. Now, if you, like, for example, so if you're heading out to a big field with a bunch of equipment, you're going to need multiple tractors out there. Now you just send them out there. And it, of course, like I said, he's going to stop there. So I have to unhire. See, you just unhire him like you normally would. And he stops. And he stops wherever you put him, or you make him so you can put him in barns. You could park him inside of a barn. You can make him do all kinds of stuff. If you want to have him hook up to this trailer, like you hook up the trailer. If this is full of grain, you have him go down to the grain bin and sell it for you while you're doing field work. That to me is the true meaning. Hey, why are you walking through my fields? You look kind of shady. It just feels a lot more alive. You've got people walking around. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember FS17, where it had a map called Stone Cold Creamery. It reminds me a lot of that map. But what I'm saying is like, okay, so you can hire your workers normal, boom, 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 cost you money like normal, and he'll cultivate this field. He'll also cultivate it in the gear that you put him in. So if you want to say like, we want to cultivate this in 11th high, then you can put it in 11th high, hire a worker, he'll stay in the gear that you put him in, and he'll cultivate it in that gear. That's super realistic. Deer everywhere. So now we got birds and deer that are wild. That's kind of cool too. I can't get up and fly in this mode. I got to get the additional settings. Like I said, I'm still new, but you can go anywhere in this map. You can go all the way up in here. You got stairs. You can bring your truck in here, and you park your truck or your tractor, your trailer, and then you can come underneath it and simulate working on it. So I'm assuming you can put your workshop little ticket right down in there, so you can go in there and click it, boom. So what they've done is they've made this game simulate a lot. They did their homework. I have to give them credit on it. I was nervous little Nelly when I first started, thinking, okay, the game, like the beginning scenes look a little cartoonish, and I was like, all right, did we go full cartoon on this? And then you get into the map and you're like, look at, and the traffic, let me point that out. The traffic moves on this map. I was driving around at 39 miles an hour, and they were flying by me because the speed limit is 35, and I think they go 40, to be honest with you. Welcome to Grayson's gas station and car service. The other thing is it's a very smooth game. I'm recording this in 1440p and very high graphics, and I'm pegged right at 60. I haven't come off 60. Mostly 60, 61, and that's because it's what the game's locked at. Fizzy Spiz Extreme. All the spiz, twice the frizz. That sounds like something Fury would say. But, I mean, look at the detail that they've put, like dumpsters, and I can only imagine how in-depth people are going to get with it. I mean, look at I was noticing this when I was driving around earlier. They have prices on it, and they change. Those prices actually change according to what day of the week it is. So, because when I first started this like 25 minutes ago, I was monkeying around, it was $208. Now regular's $212. That's kind of sick. See how they move? Like, watch. Remember, like, the other one, I could outrun a car? Not in this one. They're gone. They gone. The main road here reminds me of Goldcrest Valley. Support your local farm. Well, I'm not going to get too much into... Is that what I think it is? Is this like a little mall over here? See, I'm still learning stuff myself. Yep, there's your cart returns. What store is that? Laundromat. Laundromat with a cart pusher thing? I've never seen that before. Grocery store. There's your fizzy. So you can make it simulate, okay, you got to come down and get groceries. Oh, man, how cool is that? Wish you could go in it. Somebody's going to make a mod. You watch. Somebody's going to make a mod where you can go in the buildings and stuff. I guarantee you. I literally would stake my life on it. Look. It's a delivery spot. These are what these icons, the little trailer icons, mean that you can bring your goods here. So you can search around and it spins with you. It's kind of neat. But somebody way smarter than me is going to make a mod where you can like park in these, and it reminds me of Susquehanna Valley too. I mean, they did a good job. So if I was to give this a grade out of 5, I would say probably the more I play it, like in the beginning, I was probably going to give it maybe a 3.5 out of 5. But now the more I walk around and I see the level of detail. You can see where I left my truck. I parked it like literally here. Let's take this back to the farm. Gotta shift up. Now look, in first gear, you can only go 12 miles an hour. So in the realistic, this is what I was driving around at, is 39 in third gear. And those cars, like, zoom past me like I'm sitting still. Oh, I should have just sent a worker. So what they've done, like I said, is they've given it the ability with the workers. Okay, see how it's a dump point? It also is a charge point. So basically, you see how it says the silo is empty? You can actually sell stuff from here too, I would assume. Because everything that has this on it is a sell point. But it tells you right up, there's no more of this guesswork. Now you come up and you say the silo is empty. If you come up here and there's stuff in it, it will tell you what's in it. It'll tell you exactly what's in it without having to open a menu and all this. They've made it very, 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 an old water pump, realistic in the sense of they really went for the realism. And I think a lot of us realistic players thank them for that. What is this? This is sorghum. I see they haven't changed the names. Clifford Powell's the same name that was in 19. Ooh. So when you walk on it now, it bends down. It didn't do that in 19. Or maybe it did and I just didn't pay attention to it. So my grade would be a 4.2. There's always room for improvement. But overall, I think very well done. But anyways, let me show you this real quick, and then I'm going to wrap this up. But remember, let's see, let's get on the back one here. A few episodes ago in Meadow Grove Farm Extended. Keep forgetting you got to shift gears. You could set it up where it's automatic. I was saying literally just a few episodes ago that, we would cultivate in like 11th or 12th high. So if you put this on 12th high, lower this down, and go, should be right around 9 or 10 miles an hour, see? Super realistic. You can go in your gear that you go in now. Kicks up dirt. Try to get... The workers are a little wonky on the fields. But for someone like myself who doesn't play... Let's get right in here like this so I can see the dirt. Oh, yeah. The ground looks a little fluffy to me. But then again, that's what it should look like after you've plowed it up. I didn't go very straight. The ground just looks a little... fluffy. And I was watching the video of the CEO of Giants, and he was talking about how they're going to bring interactive mud. They're going to bring... So basically, if it rains, you'll get mud in puddles, and you'll get collection of water. Your animals will get watered. It's pretty sick. I mean, not going to lie. But like I said, when I first got on the map, I thought, oh, this looks cartoonish, like I said earlier, and it looks like... Oh, I was worried about it, but then when I started, here's the sell point again. When I started walking around on it, I thought, wow, this looks like a real neighborhood. You can't jump. See the scales. Once again, they fixed them. You can't jump. You wouldn't be able to jump over a normal fence like that unless you were like kitty hopped it over or whatever you call it. See, this could be someone's farmhouse. See, I can't jump it unless I'm right on top of it. That could be someone's farmhouse. So you could have I would say probably up to 8 or 9 people working farms of their own. And then how many people could you have? Look at this massive field of sunflower seeds. That thing goes on for days. It would take you a couple of days to... in game to harvest that. But the good news is, for all of you guys who are going to be getting this game new for Christmas or new now, if you've used it on Xbox or PS5 or PS4 or it's not PS3, PS4, PS5 or Xbox One or the Xbox New Gen, the controls are exactly the same. There's just a few tweaking that you have to do to change a few things, but for the most part, It's exactly the same. Like I'm using a controller now, and I'm using the button the joysticks to move, and then my RT button to sprint. So everything's pretty much, so they ported over everything pretty close to the same. I think the next couple of episodes we're going to set it up to where we give tours of the other two maps just to compare them before we pick one. Once we pick one, then we're going to stick with it. We're going to go 28-day seasons on it. We're going to go 2x speed so that I can come on, like I said earlier, for 30 minutes, and it'll be an hour, and then I'll play some off camera. But like I said, also, keep in mind I'm going to be doing some truck sim videos, and I also got to get at least 1 or 2 a week of Farming Simulator 19, so Meadow Grove can continue. And the nice thing about that is if we go back and forth, we can actually compare the two really close. Like, if I'm playing on Meadow Grove Farm Extended, which is one of the latest released maps, and then this one, or one of the other ones, depends on which one we choose, we can actually do a direct comparison. If you notice, too, there's traffic on the map. It's zooming, like I explained, but not crazy heavy. Like, you don't, like on Meadow Grove, you get on the main road, and it's like, 50 cars coming, you got to get out of the way. It represents a small town. So, tomorrow's video will be this one, and then my next one will be Farming Simulator 19 for Meadow Grove, and then a truck sim video probably. I'm going to rotate the 3 of them. And then we're going to go from there. But if I feel like I'm falling behind too much, I may play a little bit more off camera just so we can keep going with it. But I like you guys to go along with me. So that's why I think I'm going to go to ×2 speed, but go 28-day seasons. So like I said, I can come on for 30 minutes and it kills a whole hour. So that would only be 12 videos a day. Or for one day we can get, because I only play for 12 hours. So there'd be 12 videos. And if I play any kind of time off camera, the rocks, super realistic. But that's just about it for this. And I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited to do all 3 Let's Plays. It took me forever to get my DLC straightened around. For Truck Sim. I just didn't never want to play with the DLCs. I had a couple of videos out with the vanilla version because I just didn't want to get them going. Even though I owned them, bought them. Next episode, I think we'll go one of the other maps and we'll test out some of the harvesters to see how they work. I know this harvester in particular it doesn't have a gearbox in it. It's only automatic. But I think I'm going to wrap it up just about there. I think we pretty much went over the most of the changes. Some of the things, all good things change, but all good things remain the same. So the things that I noticed the most is the things that were working for Farm Sim 17 and 19 and, 15, 17, and 19. They kept in it. They kept the game. They kept in it. They kept the realism part of it. They kept the controls in it. Where they changed, and then they added some major changes, like seasons and some of the mods, workers, the things you can do with the workers is just amazing. So I'm very, very pleased with what Giants did. I highly recommend the game. Then again, before I go too much farther and put my foot in my mouth, let's get, playing a few fields and stuff first to see the gameplay before I go recommending it crazy. But as of right now, on visuals, I give it a 5 out of 5. Gameplay right now, I give it a 4.2 out of 5. Changes, I give it a 5 out of 5 because they kept what was working and then they added some things. So that, to me, is what's most important. It's like, when you get a Madden game or you get a 2K game, it's pretty much the rewash of the year before. They might change a few players' names or put them on different teams, but for the most part, it's the same. What they did in this is they kept the cool things that everybody loved, and they added more cool things, and that gives them, to me, innovations gives them a 5. So, to me, like I said, graphics-wise, a 5. Smooth game. Gameplay so far, a 4.2. Presentation, a 5. And I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, the changes that they made are a 5. And on that note, we are going to wrap this video up. Let's get in the back of the truck, So please, please, please look out for yourselves. Look out for each other. Most importantly, look out for each other's families. That's super important. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, hitting the little ding ding notification bell so you get notified when I drop a new video, which is pretty much 6 days a week. Please just relax and enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And without further ado, Fury Machine will catch all of you on the flip side.